On the night of November 13th, 2015, the city of Paris was struck by a series of coordinated terrorist attacks that would become one of the most horrific and devastating events in recent memory. Among these attacks, the Bataclan Theatre became the epicenter of a horrifying and brutal assault that claimed the lives of 90 innocent people and left hundreds more wounded. The Bataclan Theatre in Paris was a popular concert venue known for hosting a wide range of musical performances. That fateful evening, the American rock band Eagles of Death Metal was scheduled to perform, drawing a diverse crowd of music enthusiasts from both France and abroad. The atmosphere was electric as fans filled the venue, eager to enjoy an evening of live music and entertainment. Around 9:40 p.m., as the band was well into their set, the atmosphere suddenly shifted from one of joyous celebration to one of unimaginable terror. 3 armed assailants, later identified as members of the terrorist group ISIS, stormed into the Bataclan Theatre through its main entrance. They were armed with automatic weapons and grenades, their faces concealed by masks, and dressed in dark clothing. Chaos and panic erupted as the attackers unleashed a hail of gunfire upon the unsuspecting crowd. The rapid succession of gunshots echoed through the theater, mingling with the screams of terror and the desperate pleas of concertgoers who realized that they were facing a life-threatening situation. People scrambled for cover, seeking refuge behind seats, pillars, and any available barricades. The assailants showed no mercy, firing indiscriminately into the crowd. Their merciless assault left dozens of innocent concertgoers dead or severely injured within moments. The attackers methodically reloaded their weapons, continuing to fire with cold, calculated precision. Panic and confusion intensified as the horrifying reality of the situation set in. They were trapped in a nightmare with no means of escape. Amidst the chaos and carnage, some brave individuals attempted to shield loved ones or help others find safety, displaying acts of heroism and selflessness in the face of unspeakable terror. However, the attackers' ruthlessness seemed boundless, and they showed no signs of stopping. The theater's security staff and concertgoers who had training in first aid tried desperately to provide assistance to the wounded, improvising makeshift tourniquets and offering comfort to those in shock. As the minutes passed, French law enforcement agencies were alerted to the unfolding tragedy. Police and emergency services rushed to the scene, initiating a response that would eventually lead to the rescue of survivors and the confrontation with the terrorists. The standoff between the attackers and law enforcement lasted for hours, during which the Bataclan Theatre remained a scene of unimaginable horror. Finally, shortly after midnight, French police launched an assault on the Bataclan Theatre. In a fierce firefight, the security forces managed to neutralize the terrorists, putting an end to their reign of terror. The siege was over, but the aftermath revealed a horrifying scene. Inside the theater, the floor was covered with lifeless bodies, and the wounded were in dire need of immediate medical attention. The survivors and victims' families were left to grapple with the immense trauma and loss that this barbaric act had inflicted. The Bataclan Theatre attack, along with the other coordinated attacks that took place that evening, resulted in a total of 130 deaths and hundreds of injuries. It was a dark day for Paris, France, and the world, a stark reminder of the threat posed by terrorism and the enduring resilience of humanity in the face of unimaginable evil. Some of the individuals associated with the 2015 Bataclan Theatre attack and the coordinated terrorist attacks in Paris were caught or killed during the events themselves, while others were apprehended in subsequent investigations and operations. Through extensive investigations, authorities were able to determine the individuals and groups responsible for orchestrating the November 13, 2015 terrorist attacks in Paris, including the Bataclan Theatre attack. The attacks were found to be coordinated and planned by the extremist group known as ISIS, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. The Bataclan theater attack remains a somber and painful chapter in modern history, serving as a solemn reminder of the need for continued vigilance, international cooperation, and solidarity in the fight against terrorism.